And, being able to shop at like Victoria's Secret and get perfumes, like, I thought I was doing something. Little did I know that, those are like really disgusting toxic chemicals that we expose our body to from such a young age. What's up, my loves? Welcome to another episode of Moon Catching with Erica. I am Erica, your nutritionist and health coach, here to tell you all the things you need to know about healthy periods, healthy fertility, and healthy pregnancies. So today we're going to talk about cosmetics and the potential harm to your fertility. So for those of us who have been having difficulty conceiving or even have been labeled as infertile, getting an understanding of the different things that can be affecting your fertility is a great place to start and a great place to give you some empowerment and some encouragement about your pregnancy journey. As it stands now, the American College of Gynecologists have made it very abundant and very clear that the toxins in our environment and the things that we use are definitely having an effect on our fertility. And this is one of their main interests, main points of including more legislation and more control over the products that we have. Okay, so a little background. The Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act was created in 1938. It has not been changed since 1938. Then the cosmetic industry, and by the way, the word cosmetic just refers to is a general term to refer to personal care items. So in 1938, the industry was worth $1 billion. Currently is worth $169 billion. So there definitely has been a change in this industry where more oversight is probably needed. So the other issue is that as women, we tend to use more products than, let's say, our male counterparts. In fact, women are known to use minimum 12 different products each day, exposing themselves to 168 chemicals. Some researchers actually have shown that on a bad day, women can expose themselves to over 500 chemicals. So these are days where you may get your hair dyed or you may get your nails done. These are added chemicals that we have as women that we have in our bodies that men maybe don't have. And of course, when it comes to fertility, we are talking about other chemicals that can then affect our hormones, our pregnancies, and even our egg health as eggs are developing. And for Black women, there is an even higher increase of chemicals that we use when we use hair relaxers. So there is definitely a disparity in the differences of how we are affected more often than our white counterparts as far as the toxic load or the toxic burden that we are exposed to. And it's actually so crazy because even when I was, typing up my little thing for this video and doing research, I started to think back to all the random chemicals that, girls and myself specifically, as a little girl, we were exposed to. Think back to like lip smackers, it has those fake scents, those fake flavors, even like scented markers or for example, my daughter, she's 3 now. I had to throw out a gift that she got because it was scented. That's unnecessarily adding chemicals and toxins to her environment, through a doll. So different things like that, she's not allowed to have things like that. I, make a point to protect her from things like that. These are just, again, unnecessary exposures. The world is toxic enough. You leave your house and there's so many, things in the air. But at home, you can do what you can to protect yourself, protect your family, protect your children, protect your future children by eliminating, I would call them, unnecessary toxic exposures. I mean, certainly myself, when I was like in grade school and high school, I loved Bath, Bed, and what's it called? Bath Body Works, whatever the place is called. You know what I'm talking about. I don't shop there anymore, so maybe that's why I don't remember. But I loved Sweet Pea. That Sweet Pea scent was like my jam. And, being able to shop at like Victoria's Secret and get perfumes, like, I thought I was doing something. Little did I know that, those are really disgusting toxic chemicals in our body that we expose our body to from such a young age. And think about young girls who have early onset periods or late periods, or these are just really important formative years for our reproductive health and our reproductive foundation, so to speak, as we're getting our periods going and our periods starting, and we are exposing our young selves and our, our daughters to these chemicals unknowingly, mind you. And so it just kind of messed up, actually, that this is happening around us, to us, and we aren't aware of. So I'm here to make you aware of it today. The problem is that these companies are not required to give the FDA a list of their ingredients. They're not required to even report adverse reactions to their products. They aren't even required to do pre-market testing. So basically, there is no oversight, and it's on the honor system of some sort. And of course, when it comes to these chemicals, they are allowed into the market without being tested or proved safe for the average person. So some of the big baddies, some of the really toxic chemicals are formaldehyde, which is found in hair relaxers and hair straighteners. There's also mercury, and there's something called phthalates, which is what makes things smell yummy and delicious, but it's just a chemical in a lab that can affect your body. There's even something called parabens, and these things are added to a lot of time to cosmetics or other like skincare products to help preserve them, but they are toxic. Another thing is PFAS, which is something that is basically Teflon. And these things last in our body, and they last in the environment, and they do continual damage as they build up in our system. And the other problem is, for some of us, when we actually think that we're doing good and we're trying to buy these clean products and we're looking at the label, sometimes that is not the best either, because these companies can be very sneaky, and even the language that they use is intended to be misleading. So no matter what the front of the package says, natural, all natural, whatever, it still doesn't mean that those products are 100% free of some of the bad toxic chemicals. So we have to flip it over and read the ingredients and do our own due diligence to make sure that those chemicals aren't in there. Although, if you do flip it over and read the ingredients, that little word fragrance can mean hundreds and hundreds of chemicals. So the little word fragrance allows companies to protect their ingredients, to protect their recipe, and they aren't required to divulge that to their competitors or to us. So I'm not suggesting that we all just need to look homely and not be able to enjoy being a woman and enjoy beauty products. I'm just suggesting that we take a little extra time and a little extra research to find products that truly are clean, safe, and effective for our bodies. Thankfully, there are a few apps that I know of that you can do this with. So the first one is made by the Environmental Working Group. It is their Healthy Living app. With this app, you can scan your products, like, scan the barcode on the back. You can type in what you're looking for, or just type in exactly the product that you use and see if they've graded it. Another one is the Think Dirty app, and it's pretty much the same function, actually. You can scan products, you can type it in, and both of these apps give you a score that allows you to, of course, just look for the ones with better scores, or even just find out how your product has scored and stay away from things that have maybe poorer scores, things that you wouldn't want to actually use. So it is a little tedious maybe, but again, if we're talking about women who are having difficulty conceiving or even unknown or unexplained infertility, these may be areas that we can start looking into, areas that we can start working on to remove some of the toxic load and the toxic burden to our environment. The world is a pretty toxic place, right? So we can't quite go out and clean up the whole entire world, but we can clean up our homes. We can clean up the products that we use and the things that we choose to participate in. So getting a gel set every week and exposing ourselves to the UV rays from the lights, or even the acetone from soaking the nails off, or even just the chemicals in the nail polish themselves. These are all things that may be an area where we can look into. Again, I think I mentioned before the issue about hair relaxers. These are known issues. So just choosing for yourself how best to eliminate and reduce toxins for yourself to help protect, preserve your fertility, your egg health, and even for pregnant women, the health of your growing baby. So in the meantime, right, the world is not going to snap and we are just going to be toxic free, right? In the meantime, we can help our body eliminate toxins. Our body is resilient, our body is made to protect ourselves from most toxins. But when the toxic load gets to build up, if you're thinking about, let's say, a conveyor belt, if the things are coming down the conveyor belt too fast, our body can't do much with it and things just kind of fly off the end and get stored and stocked somewhere instead of being processed and eliminated from our body. We can help support our bodies and support our detox system within our body by supporting the liver, which is the main detox organ in our body. We can do this by taking supplements. B complex supplements are really good to help support the liver and its liver cells and its processes. Also, glutathione is a really, really good antioxidant. It is naturally found in your body, but taking a supplement with more glutathione allows you to boost the antioxidant support of your body. And antioxidant is the thing that helps protect your cells from damage. So if your liver is coming in contact with lots and lots and lots of toxins and chemicals every day while it's trying to detoxify, there is going to be an increase in potential damage to the cells of your liver. So by using an antioxidant, you can put up defenses, put up walls, and help support your liver cells as they do the job that they are intended to do and that you really need them to do while you are protecting your fertility. Another thing you can do is check out some herbs. There are so many beneficial herbs out there that can help protect your body, your health in general, but specifically your liver health. So if you're someone who's into tinctures, you can get some tinctures. If you just want to drink some teas or even just want, capsules, you can check these out and find some that are really good for you. A few that I recommend are milk thistle as well as dandelion root. So both of these are really, really good for the health of the liver, to support detoxification and just general protection of the body as a whole as we come in contact with toxic things in our environment in general. One thing is for sure, the rate of infertility is increasing. Another thing that is for sure, the amount of chemicals and toxins that are allowed into our environment, that is also increasing. Lastly, there is a connection between the two. So if we know that the best thing that we can do for ourselves that's in our best interest, for those of us who do want to have babies, do want to have a family, do want to grow their family, the best thing to do is to protect ourselves from these known chemicals, these known toxins that will damage our body inevitably. The next few weeks, I'll be running a low tox detox booster fertility challenge, and I want to invite women to join the challenge to figure out ways to lower the toxic load, lower the amount of toxins in their environment, in their homes, the things that they use to help them support their fertility and protect their fertility. So if this is something that you might be interested in, if this is something you think you need help and support with managing on a day-to-day basis, join my 7-day detox Boost Your Fertility course. I'll be putting up some more information on my Instagram page, so if you're looking to join, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Mooncatching and get the details from there. I also will be doing another video about Black reproductive concerns, specifically fibroids and their connection to hair relaxers and hair straighteners. So if that is something you're looking to get more information about, be on the lookout for that next video by hitting the notification button and, of course, hitting the subscribe button. So that's it for today. I hope that was interesting, and I hope that you kind of learned a few things. I'm certainly not here to condemn anybody about their choices of, if they wear makeup every day or they choose to straighten their hair. I'm not trying to do any type of condemnation, but I am trying to inform you. I mean, can you imagine if this is something that you had no clue about, but you are someone labeled as unexplained infertility? This is something that you can be actively doing today to help protect your fertility. So that is my goal for this video, and I hope I succeeded, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching.